Hi yogis, welcome to 40 Days of Empowerment. Can you believe it? Day 7. Our mantra for today is I notice my strength. Make your way into constructive rest pose, lying on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Place both hands on your lower belly, and as you inhale, allow your fingers to expand, and as you exhale, allow them to contract. Pull both knees into your chest. Rock side to side on your sacrum, gently massaging your lower back. Inhale, round your spine, neck, and shoulders, and bring your knees to your forehead. Exhale, release. Relax both feet down to the ground. Bend your right knee and cross your right ankle across your left knee. Square your hips, and if it feels comfortable for you, bend your left knee into your chest, wrapping your hands around your left thigh. Take a deep breath in and exhale, releasing some of the tension from your hips. And exhale. Uncross your leg, release your left foot to the ground, and return to neutral. Bend your left knee, crossing your left ankle over your right knee and squaring your hips. Feel free to stay here in this figure 4, or if you'd like a deeper stretch, bend your right knee into your chest and wrap your hands around your right thigh. And release, letting both feet touch back down to the ground. Inhale, pull both knees into your chest and begin rocking from tailbone up to your neck, 1, 2, and then 3 times. Spin your legs around and make your way into tabletop pose. Stack your knees below your hips and your hands below your shoulders. Inhale, let your belly fall down to the mat, press through your hands to lift your chest, and let your head lift last. Exhale, round your spine, drop your tailbone, and press through your hands to let your neck release. Begin breathing at your own pace for cat-cow for 4 more rounds. Inhale to cow, lift your heart, and exhale to cat, round your spine. As you finish this last round of cat-cow, return to tabletop pose with a long flat back and neutral spine. Plant your right hand directly below your head and inhale your left arm up to the ceiling and then thread your left arm through your right for thread the needle. Relax down onto the outside of your left shoulder. If it feels appropriate, release your right hand, wrapping it around your back and reaching for your left thigh for the bind. Take a deep, big breath here, exhaling all the way out through your mouth. Release your right arm from the bind, planting it firmly on the ground, and slowly unwind, returning to tabletop pose for a moment of neutrality. Place your left hand directly below your head and inhale your right fingers up to the ceiling and exhale, threading your right arm through your left. Come down onto the outside of your right shoulder. If it feels appropriate for you, release your left arm, reaching it behind your back and grasping your right thigh. This is a thread the needle bind. Take a big, deep, cleansing breath and smoothly exhale, releasing a little deeper into this twist. Return your left hand to the floor and slowly unwind, returning to tabletop pose. Walk both hands forward a few inches, tuck your toes, and lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Reach through your thumb and your index finger. Bend both knees, finding length through the back of your spine. And slowly begin straightening your legs to stretch your calves and your hamstrings. Generously bend your right knee, shifting weight into your left hip. Straighten both legs, returning to neutral, then generously bend your left knee, reaching into your right hip. Down dog. Shift up onto your toes and bend both knees. Firmly plant your hands. Allow your pelvis to tip forward and spread your shoulder blades. Exhale, straighten both legs, finding downward facing dog once again. Drop down onto your knees with both legs fairly close together and take a seat on your heels. Inhale your right arm up above your head with your palm facing behind you, and bend your elbow so that your hand lies flat on your back. With your left hand, encourage your elbow a little further back. If it feels appropriate, swing your left hand behind your back, placing the top of your hand in between your shoulder blades. If your fingers can't quite reach, don't strain your arms. Just allow your fingers to reach towards each other. Expand your chest and let your shoulders fall back and down.
Go along my flow.
Exhale and slowly unwind, releasing both hands to rest on the top of your knees. Inhale your shoulders up to your ears, and exhale, roll them back and down. Again, inhale your shoulders up to your ears, squeezing them in, and exhale, roll them back and down. Inhale your left arm up, bend your elbow, and place your palm flat on your back. Use your right hand to facilitate your left elbow a little further backwards if that feels comfortable.
One bird, one red, one green.
If you took the bind on the opposite side, release your right arm, placing the top of your right hand in between your shoulder blades. Again, if your fingers don't reach, just allow them to reach towards each other. Take a deep breath and recognize the difference between the two sides. I notice my strength. Take one final breath and exhale, releasing both hands down to rest on top of your knees. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and exhale, rolling them back and down. Inhale up, exhale, roll them back and down. Last time, inhale, roll them up, and exhale, back and down. As we transition to pigeon pose, grab a blanket if you like to use one, and we will all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe your left leg forward, allowing your left knee to come down to the mat in front of your left foot, and let your pelvis and hips settle down onto the blanket or ground. Check behind you to see that your right leg is straight behind you, and sit tall, squaring your hips forward on the blanket. If it feels comfortable to you, gently walk down onto your forearms. Take a deep breath in and exhale, releasing some tension from your hip flexors. Allow your awareness to drift inward. As you are ready, walk yourself back up onto your hands, sitting high in this single-leg pigeon pose. Then tuck your right toes, shifting yourself backwards to downward facing dog. Allow your pelvis to tip forward and reach through your back. Float your right leg forward, letting your knee come down to rest in front of your ankle, with your left toes pointing straight back behind you. Roll your shoulder blades back, checking your left foot, and squaring your hips evenly on the blanket or mat. And as you see fit, walk down onto your forearms for a little deeper stretch. Recognize how this side feels to the other and the difference in sensations. What do you notice? Take one more breath and walk yourself back up onto your hands. Tug your left toes and shift back to tabletop. Remove any props you have and come to lying down flat on your back with your legs straight out in front of you. Grab a yoga strap, and if you don't have a strap, you can easily use a belt just the same. With your legs straight out on the mat in front of you, hook the strap up and over your right foot. Flex your foot with your heel pointing up towards the sky, with your left toes also looking up towards the sky. Place your left hand on your hip for balance and slowly lower your leg down to the right, opening up the inside of the right hamstring. Keep your breath smooth and balanced. Inhale, bringing that leg straight up in front of you. And then switching your hands, placing your right hand out on the ground and dropping your foot over to the left. Now, this is not a supine twist. This is a stretch to reach into the outside of your hip flexor and right hamstring. Only go as far as necessary. Inhale and bring your right leg straight up in front of you. Bend your knee and remove the strap, sending both feet long on the mat, pausing. Bend your left knee and loop your strap up and over your left foot. Place your right hand out to the side for balance or on your hip and slowly drop your left leg over to the left side. Recognize the sensations on the inside of your hamstring, thigh, and maybe even your knee. Inhale and bring your legs straight up to center, switching the hands that are on the strap and exhaling your leg over to the right for a gentle outer hip stretch. Remember, this is not a supine twist. Find your balance and breathe. Take one more controlled breath here, and then return your leg up to center, bend your left knee, and unhook the strap. Make your way into constructive rest pose. Pull your left knee into your chest, and with your right hand, gently facilitate your knee to reach to the right while your left hand reaches to the left. Supine twist. Feel free to gaze over your left shoulder. Take a smooth breath in and a gentle exhale out. Look up at the ceiling and gently unwind, pulling both knees into your chest just for a moment, and then send your left leg out straight, keeping your right knee in. With your left hand, pull your knee over to the left, with your right fingertips reaching towards the right, and the option to gaze over your right shoulder. Take one final breath. Look up at the ceiling and gently unwind. Pull both knees into your chest just for a moment, squeezing them tight, and then allowing both legs to rest straight out on the mat. Shavasana. As always, if you'd like, Place a blanket underneath your neck or your knees. Close your eyes and allow your breath to return to a smooth, natural pace. Relax the space in between your eyebrows and allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of your mouth. Our yogi quote for today comes from Tyler Knott Gregson. Go outside and let your breath be stolen away. Find the forests, seek the seas, meditate on the mountains, mist covered from the morning. We are nurtured by nature, born for the wild places. We've no business in cities and buildings taller than trees can grow. So go outside and begin living again. See you tomorrow. Sat Nam.